The amount of power Elon Musk has obtained by sort of buying his way into the Trump administration and now being Trump's bestie, sort of on the rocks, but still publicly besties and leading this Department of Government Efficiency, all of that means it's perfectly fair to examine his character. And one thing we're learning about him is he is aggressively, dangerously petty, childish, and sort of unstable. And the latest two examples of that I want to break down for you. The first, and you know me. I'm going to be honest with you when I have no idea the subject matter of something. I do not understand. With seriously all the respect in the world to people who do, and this is an interest of them, I just don't understand the gaming world, the terminology, the games themselves, the big gamers, the streamers who game. It doesn't happen to be my area of expertise. And so as I go through this, it's like we're talking about something where all of the discussions of it are in a different language, as I was trying to figure out the story. But I got the gist of it, and I'll explain it to you. But if I seem disjointed, that's why. But Elon Musk takes pride in addition to all the other things he's doing, being a really successful gamer. And again, I couldn't tell you at what game or because when I read them, I don't even know. But good, like master level. A guy named Asmongold, who himself games, he questioned that. And he was friends with Elon. They DM'd. Or at least they were friendly. And in response to Asmongold going, I don't think the account that's playing that Elon says is his account doing all these great things is actually Elon, because there's no way he has the skills necessary to be this good at this video game. And so it can't be the case. No way he even has the time outside of the other thing he's doing to play enough to achieve the things in the game that they were talking about. And the reaction from Elon Musk, especially to someone who was friendly with, is crazy. So here was Asmongold finding out about the first step, and then it gets crazier.
Elon unfollowed Asmon. Was he not happy about the probably not happy about the PoE video? He'll get over it. Listen. It was so obvious. You cannot get mad at me for bringing this up. Everybody was talking about this. Come on, man. Come on.
All right. So unfollow. But then, supposedly, in response to this, Elon Musk took away Asmongold's verification badge. Then leaked Asmongold's private DMs. And this video from an account called Screamheart was what Elon Musk responded to, enraged that his skills at a video game would be questioned. And I get that being like one of the top video gamers at certain games can be a serious life achievement. Like, it takes a lot of work to be competitive. I do understand that, but still, for the richest man in the world to be this upset over his skills at something that in the grand scheme of things it shouldn't matter to him that much. It's crazy. And I'll show you the DMs that Elon Musk posted, but here is, again, this account, Screamheart, I guess, I can't even tell, coming to Elon's defense or something. And here is some of the context.
Yeah, but it's like, if a game is really like super hard, it kind of forces you to concentrate.
I have a recording in DMs with Elon Musk that might shed some light in the situation.
There's no way he played that account. Like, I'm sorry. I think he bought the account or somebody played it for him. 100%.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Just ran past Chaos Orbs. He just ran past the Chaos Orb.
Now, what I think is even funnier about this is that it obviously calls into question him playing Diablo 4. D4 was so fucking easy, people couldn't even tell. They're like, yeah, is this like a random noob or is this the best player in the world? Like, I don't know. I mean...
In some strange turn of events in the weirdest timeline imaginable, a poor trailer park boy, that's me by the way, Ended up playing Diablo 4 with the richest man alive, Elon Musk. As fate would have it, I made a terrible video about a terrible build, and it was an instant hit. I was a part of an elite squad who exclusively played Druid. Not just because we hated ourselves, but also because Rax showed us that if we worked hard enough, we could deal 17 damage someday. And one of those Chads was the man himself, Elon Keanu Reeves Musk. Okay, Google actually says that his middle name is Reeve, but they're both beyond reproach, so it's basically the same thing, right? Right?
You're breathtaking.
I don't know how to break this to you guys, but Elon Musk is a fucking nerd. Yes, I know it's hard to believe that a guy who builds rockets and jumps like this might be a sweaty gamer. But I'll let you listen to our conversation and decide for yourself.
It's not a super long-term career being a pro gamer. I was semi-pro back in ancient times with Play. So I actually made money I had the first paid tournament in the US.
Nice.
And we came second. We would have come first, except I was the second best guy on the team. Best guy on the team's computer crashed halfway through the game, so we came second in the end. But I put ridiculous amounts of time into Quake, and then my company was going bankrupt, so I had to stop playing. But I play games just to kind of like if it's a hard game, I'm forced to concentrate.
Yeah.
And then it quiets the demons in my mind, killing the demons in the game.
Yeah, so I couldn't even begin to verify whether or not Elon Musk is the one playing. I don't even know where I'd start to figure out if he's telling the truth or not about how good. But what we know is, even let's say he is the one doing all the good gaming, and he does have the time somehow outside of his other obligations. Maybe that's why some of his other obligations are going so poorly. But he's still, getting richer and richer. So I guess in that sense, he's doing fine for himself. But even if that's all the case, Asmongold just went, hey, I don't think this guy is telling the truth about being as successful as he is in the gaming arena. And Elon then was very upset and responded by, like I said, unfollowing, then removing the verification check, from what we can tell. And then he responded to that video from Screamheart saying Asmon behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He's not his own man. And releases private DMs, which is a big no-no. Community notes says, according to X's policy, sharing someone else's private messages without their express authorization and permission is generally against the platform's terms of service. So Elon breaks his own terms of service and post this, but because of the subject matter, I think it's fine to read because it makes Elon Musk out to be even more of a psycho. And it was a conversation where apparently he's proving that Asmon, I guess his first name is Zach, that he's not actually an independent maverick because he has to ask a boss. And this is him, Asmongold, saying, I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it even, talking about something. And Elon said, sure. Who are these mysterious editors? And he said, two guys, these two usernames, they basically run the entire YouTube account, lol. So basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they just get a cut of the ad revenue. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. And Elon responds, interesting. What? How is that even proving what Elon said he's proving, which is that he's not his own man? Yeah, I also never actually click upload on my YouTube videos. Jaden does, but that doesn't mean that I have to ask Jaden's permission to do anything on the show. I guess in a sense, but I know how to upload. Maybe still. No, of course I do. But if the mechanics are being done by somebody else, in the case of Asmon, I'm pretty sure he streams a lot, so he'd be streaming. He doesn't then, in addition to that, have the time to clip it up into videos. So then it's somebody else doing that. I mean, it's just not at all him having to ask a boss for something. And even if he did, I don't understand Elon's point. He's such a child. And then another example, this is completely going away from that. I hope I explained that well. Elon gets questioned as video gaming skills by a gamer himself. Elon freaks out, leaks the DM, says he's not his own man, takes away his verification badge, and violates Twitter terms of service. This is not the only time that a friendship has collapsed for silly reasons. Actually, this one's a better reason, but media reports on Sam Harris saying Elon Musk reneged on a $1 million bet, describes falling out with former friend. And in a Substack post, Sam Harris discusses how this friendship fell apart. Of all the remarkable people I've met, Elon's probably the most likely to remain a world historical figure despite his best efforts to become a clown. He is also the most likely to squander his ample opportunities to live a happy life, ruin his reputation in most important relationships, and produce lasting harm across the globe. None of this was obvious to me when we first met, and I've been quite amazed at Elon's evolution, both as a man and as an avatar of chaos. And then this bet that sort of destroyed their friendship was in response to Musk tweeting early in March of 2020, early in the coronavirus pandemic, quote, "The coronavirus pandemic is dumb," Musk tweeted, which I don't know. Okay. And Harris responded privately, texting Elon saying, "Hey, brother, I really think you need to walk back your coronavirus tweet. I know there's a way to parse it that makes sense. Panic is always dumb, but I fear that's not the way most people are reading it. You have an enormous platform and much of the world looks to you as an authority on all things technical. Coronavirus is a very big deal, and if we don't get our act together, we're going to look just like Italy very soon. If you want to turn some engineers loose on the problem, now would be a good time for a breakthrough in the production of ventilators." Then Musk responded to that text from Sam Harris saying, "Sam, you of all people should not be concerned about this." And this is what drives me crazy. We're going to get to it. It might lead to a long rant. Just get ready. Water break. Elon and I didn't converge on a common view of epidemiology over the course of those 2 hours. They talked about this for a while, and then this is him summing it up. But we hit upon a fun compromise. A wager. Elon bet me $1 million to be given to charity against a bottle of fancy tequila, $1,000, that wouldn't see as many as that we wouldn't see as many as 35,000 cases of COVID in the United States. Cases, not deaths. Elon Musk, smartest person ever, according to a lot of people. And this proves my point that I make a lot, which I say about politics. You can be really smart in certain areas about certain things and be clueless in other areas about other things. It's constantly happening in my life. People I respect who I would go to for advice on all sorts of things are so clueless on politics. It's fine. It happens. Elon's another one of those people. He thought that we wouldn't see more than 35,000 cases in the United States of COVID, and bet $1 million on it. The terms of the bet reflected what was, in his estimation, the near certainty, 1,000 to 1, that he was right. Having already heard credible estimates that there could be 1 million deaths from COVID in the US over the next 12 to 18 months, these estimates proved fairly accurate. I thought the terms of the bet ridiculous and quite unfair to Elon. I offered to spot him 2 orders of magnitude. I was confident that we'd soon have 3.5 million cases of COVID in the United States. Elon accused me of having lost my mind and insisted that we stick with a ceiling of 35,000 cases. And then how did the friendship end? It seems that Harris texted again, Musk, is 35,000 deaths plus 600,000 cases greater than 35,000 cases? And Elon never responded. And that's where the friendship ended. Elon never responded and then publicly bashed Sam Harris many times. So he's very petty. He's very unstable. To lash out and use the platform like he has against anyone who will criticize him is really scary. And this is not the person that we want to have this much power. And it is frightening. But whenever something unprecedented happens and our experts come out and give us the best understanding of the empirical information at the time, and then that understanding changes and they update their articulation of the scientific consensus, MAGA goes, "Oh, we caught him. Fauci, he was lying because he changed what he said about the vaccine." No, the impact of the vaccine as the virus changed. So then his articulation has to change, obviously. But that becomes, oh, see, this is why our Facebook warriors they're more informed than all of our medical professionals, because sometimes medical professionals get it wrong and sometimes they get it right, but then change it based on the available evidence, as they should do. And that makes people feel like my own research can prove everything is, and by own research, again, they just mean going on social media, means that I'm smarter about this than the professionals and experts. But then there is no humility when so many of them moved the goalpost about 1 billion times. I had a personal conversation with someone in my life pre-pandemic, and I've never gotten an apology. I don't think the person remembers it. We were sitting at dinner, and he kept mocking me early in the pandemic for how seriously I thought I could get. And he kept saying, is it more than the flu? Is it more than the flu? Have more people died than the flu? Have more people died than the flu? And was really sort of abrasive and rude as I was being respectful. And I kept saying, no, not yet, but the transmissibility and how we're seeing it develop could lead to far more deaths than the flu. Could lead to something quite destructive. Was the response. Then, over 1 million people in the United States die. And for them, it was always, listen, tell me when, in Elon's case, 35,000 cases happened, then I'll take it seriously. And then tens of millions of cases happen, over 1 million deaths, and there's no, shoot, I was totally wrong, let me pay this $1 million to charity. Maybe have a little bit more humility. Maybe listening to one MAGA podcast one time doesn't give you a medical degree. That's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Support the show. Get the members only bonus show if you so choose by clicking that join button below.